And as I look back this evening over the years to the time when that boyhood heart of mine was touched by the story of his rejection, I wonder, had I known then the roughness of the trail ahead of me, whether I should attempt to tread it or not. Had I known the sharp, jagged edges against which I would tear myself, had I known the loneliness of the night spent in wrestling with God, had I known the almost impenetrable blackness which was to confront me for years, had I known all this, I very much question whether or not I should have gone on, or thrown in the towel and denied the very existence of God at all. You may depend upon one fact, however, and that is this: the man through whom God chooses to make a revelation to this earth will be a man who is willing to believe and trust even though he go to his death doing so. Through no other sort of man can any revelation from God ever come. History has proved that time and time again. And had it not been for that carpenter pal of mine, I should never have been able to have come through at all. But he charmed me, he drew me, his story rang true, and it made no difference to me if the world doubted him. I believe him, both him and in the remarkable story he came to tell. And, as is always in the realm of God, the belief itself was the answer. I wish I could put that more plainly, but I cannot. It is an immutable law of the living God himself. In fact, it is God himself that, according to your faith, be it unto you, and being absolutely, unalterably immutable in essence, the believing prayer or desire, for prayer is only another name for desire. You may believe me when I say to you that it is utterly impossible for you to desire to pray for anything without receiving it from the living God if you believe in him. The exercises given to you are to train you to do that very thing. We have been steeped in unbelief and superstition so long that our very nature has become impregnated with it. And in this day and age, we cannot mention God without our putting on a long face or shrinking into the background. God's name ought to be the most talked of thing in the world, but it isn't. Only on Wednesday night and on Sunday is it proper to talk to him, and then we let one man do all the talking and pay him for doing it. Now mark me well, please, the only way to get that rotten unbelief and superstition out is to practice actual exercises in faith and belief. For instance, if I can make you believe that your affirmation concerning the power of the living God is true, then step by step I can make you believe in the actual presence of the living God himself. You may see now why I am so insistent that you constantly repeat the statements and affirmations. If I can make you believe in the power of this great living Spirit, then I can make you believe in the great Spirit himself, don't you see? I am doing in these exercises and in this course of study, by scientific means, what the religious leaders of the country have vainly attempted to do by just simply telling you or asking you to believe. That method is wrong. We have had it preached to us for so long now that a great majority of those preaching it do not believe it themselves. Now, if I can, step by step, intelligently show you who and what this wonderful living God actually is, and if I can, step by step, give you exercises that I myself have actually proved will manifest the actual presence and power of this great living God in your everyday life, then I have accomplished what the church had utterly failed to accomplish. I have brought into being by intelligent interpretation and understanding of facts as revealed, not only to me but to the entire race, if they choose to believe them, faith in the living God. And the end more than justifies the means. I have made the statement once to you that blind belief is unscientific, and to ask a man to believe something that his intelligence cannot grasp is to ask the man to do the impossible. I speak now as a psychologist. The trouble with religion today is that it has taken the plain, unvarnished facts of God as Jesus spoke them, and as they exist, and as they have ever existed, and hath clothed them in superstition to such an extent that Christ himself or God himself could never recognize them. When the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth at all, or not? Was asked by one far greater than I am. I leave the answer to you. I have my own private opinion. And so it is that I have come to love this man of Galilee far better than I love my life. And the very exercises I am prescribing for you and asking you to follow are the self-same exercises that have brought to me that what little faith in God that I may have. And in the final summing up, had I been able to believe literally the words of this carpenter friend of mine long ago, I would have done so. In a sort of mental hazy way, I sort of believed that he was the Son of God, but as far as asking him for anything, as far as knowing him personally, and as far as actually receiving anything from him goes, well, I just couldn't do that. It wasn't in me. I believed that it was possible to rely absolutely on this God, but how to do it I knew not. Little did I suspect that this dynamic power was all around me, a mighty, immutable, unchangeable law, operating for my benefit, and charged and supercharged with power that could not be contacted by me. I know it now, however, and am passing the knowledge I have obtained to you.